Welcome back to Sheboygan Talks. I am here once again with my co-hosts Henry Barnes and Joshua Porter, and I am Drew Osler. We have been talking about sports a lot on this podcast, so today we decided to mix it up and talk about movies. Don't worry, there will still be sports, but today it's going to be all about movies. That being said, today we'll be going over our top 10 favorite movies, also putting in a little bit of some of honorable mentions. So one person will give their top 10, and then we'll move on, or we'll talk about it, and then we'll move on to the next person. We can also talk about some honorable mentions. So let's get started here. And whoever wants to go first, we can start talking about honorable mentions, and then we can get straight into the top 10. But you guys can do rock, paper, scissors. I don't really care.
Okay, I'll start.
The end of the table.
All right, so this was pretty hard to do. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about this for a while. Ever since I knew that we were doing a movie pod, it was gonna be hard to do. So
Yeah.
I have 6 honorable mentions on here, in no particular order. I'll just go ahead and get started.
Yep.
So number 1 is gonna be 7. What's in the box?
Wow.
What's in the box?
Wow. Doesn't
Yeah.
make your top 10 is insane.
No.
All
Yeah,
right,
we're starting
all
off strong. And then another heavy hitter, Shutter Islands, recency bias.
Oh
on that.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
Recency
That could be
bias.
Recency bias. It is a good film.
Recency bias. Oh.
Well, we just watched it a couple
okay.
nights ago.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was as good the first. I mean, I still thought it was really good. I've watched it a couple times, but then when we rewatched it this time, I was like, man, this is pretty good.
Oh
Pretty
my
good
gosh.
film.
You know what?
Pretty
You
good
guys
film.
keep talking. I completely forgot about one of the movies.
All
But
right.
you keep going.
Throwback here, nostalgia factor. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah.
That was like the first movie I ever saw. I still love it to this day.
Okay. That's low-key valid.
Yeah. Have to
it's-
put some nostalgia on the list.
Yeah,
here.
it's a
Yeah.
good film when you're older too. Royal Tenenbaums.
Wes Anderson.
Good film. Wes Anderson, I like him.
Mhm.
Yeah, I only watched that once, but it was really interesting, and it had really good character development, and it was just really good. And then the last 2 are franchises, but just like in their entirety. The Spider-Verse franchise, like
Okay,
the
with Miles
animated
Morales.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
The first one is pretty good. It's been acclaimed and everything, but the second one is like actually it's really good. It's cinema.
Yeah.
It's
Yes. Cinema.
I've
we'd
probably
like to
watched
say.
that movie. I watched it twice or 3 times in the cinema itself, and then I've watched it like a lot out of like just on Netflix and whatnot. So I really like that movie. And then another nostalgia factor here is all of the old school Godzilla movies,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
through the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
The old ones.
I used to watch those with my dad, and my dad he was like weirdly obsessed with Godzilla. So we used to sit down and watch those all the
Interesting.
time. So yeah, I just
Okay. So that's valid. The honorable mentions, I can agree. First question I got for you here is, why did 7 not make your top 10 list? You don't have to tell me who's in your top 10.
Yeah, no,
But why did
yeah,
7 not
without
make it?
without
Spoiling.
Spoiling
getting
your top
into
10,
my top 10,
Let's get right into why 7
it was like,
isn't on there.
see, the problem was like it should be because I really like it. I mean, I'm sure we'll
By
talk
the
about
way,
it.
hold on, just to make sure that the viewers know, all 3
Oh,
viewers
yeah,
that we
yeah.
have here. This is a top 10 favorite movie. So this isn't like who we think the top 10 movies of all time are. Just top 10 are favorite. So
Yeah.
don't be freaking shunning us.
Yes.
The 3 people that will watch this: Tammy, Chad, Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's actually the big reason why it's not in my top 10, just because we're talking about favorite
Also,
movies.
spoilers. We will be talking about the ending of movies, so
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, so that's the main reason, just because some of my top 10, like the bottom ones have like more nostalgia in them. So it's
Yeah.
kind of harder for me to, I mean, if we were doing like a top 10 overall movies, this would definitely be in there, but just like as my personal favorites, I mean,
Yeah.
I still really like it, but I mean, I think there's some that hold a little bit more.
So yeah,
dear to
so
my heart.
what is the factor that keeps it out of the top 10 that because for me 7 is like, doesn't have a plot twist, but it's definitely like,
Well,
I guess okay, sorry.
I mean,
there is a plot twist because he kills Mills.
I don't know if
for
it's,
the-
yeah, I guess it's more of just like a reveal than like a plot.
Yeah,
twist,
Yeah,
it's
it's
but-
more
build
like
up,
he-
the crescendo.
It's more
Yeah,
of a-
well, yeah,
the,
that's a
the,
good-
the
that's a
reason
good
I
one.
really like, and you'll figure out my top 10 and I'll explain. The reason I like movies, I like movies like 7 because it's a good ending, but they never really explain like what was in the box. Like our big thing is what's in
Yeah,
the box. And like you're thinking, you think from what they tell you is that it's Mills' wife's head. but you
Mhm.
don't ever really find out. Like you just have to assume
Yeah.
that that's what's in there, and that is what Morgan Freeman, I forget his name in the movie.
Somerset.
Somerset. That's
Yeah.
what Somerset saw to stop Mills from killing him. So
Yeah.
those movies like that, I really like movies that like they don't really give you like an actual like definite ending because you don't really know what was in the box.
Kind of open.
Um,
to you.
Yeah.
Open for interpretation.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, it's what like you asked why it's not in the top 10, but like
Is there just? I'm
There's
just saying
so
like
many
there's
movies.
just
there's
like
just
a
like-
knock.
so
Is it just like a
many
knock on
movies.
the movie, or just because
no, it's
like,
not. It's not a
your
knock
top
on the.
10,
It's not.
It's
on
just not your.
It's not a knock
favorite?
on
Or, like,
the movie at all. But it's like when I was looking at because my like top 5 are like concrete. Like I already knew those. I couldn't like I
I
couldn't
just
take
changed my top 5 right now.
Yeah,
So my
so
definitely
then-
aren't concrete.
so then the other 5, I was like, well, I don't know, but like I was thinking about some movies like I've watched as a kid and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've grown up with these movies. So it was like I have to put those in more because they're like they just hold closer to my heart. So
yeah, I
like
like that.
objectively, 7 and Shutter Islands are better movies, but like it's just I brought a lot of emotion into the list.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
The thing is, I kind of did the opposite. I put a lot of my like feel good like movies I watched when I was a kid, or a couple of them I put like in my honorable mentions instead of putting them in my top 10, just because maybe it's recency bias from a lot of the movies in my top 10. I will say I've watched in the last like 2 months. I would say,
Yeah.
really like 8 of the top 10 are probably in the last like month. So maybe it's more recency bias, but I kind of like that you went more emotion here. I kind of went
Yeah.
more like cinematic rather and put my emotions in the honorable mentions. But
I mean, I think that's part of what's gonna make it interesting. Is like we're all gonna have different reasons
reasons for throwing
for everything,
things.
so that's
Yeah.
gonna make it interesting and to get to hear everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I should
Dang.
should you go into your honorable mention or should I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get
go
right
ahead.
into it?
I can go to my. We should
Okay.
all do our.
we'll do our
Yeah,
mentions
yeah,
and we
yeah,
can talk about
So I
it.
kind of what you just talked about. We have like the emotional nostalgic factor versus the cinema factor. There's definitely I threw a lot more honorable mentions in here, not because we have to talk about all of them, but some of them
Yeah.
are pretty nostalgic.
Understandable.
We're gonna go ahead and throw in Cool Runnings here, which I don't know if either of these guys have seen it, but
I haven't
You've
seen it, but
talked
I've
about
heard
it a
about
decent
it.
amount,
Yeah,
but
the
I haven't
Jamaican
seen
bobsled team, man, it's cinema. Good ending
Cinema.
to the movie. It's always feel good. Hoosiers, good sports
Hoosiers
movie.
is
Classic-
good.
classic
Hoosiers
film.
is so
I-
good, bro.
I mean, Miracle's really good, but it didn't make the list anywhere. It's a very good movie, but I mean, basketball just holds. A
Spoiler:
place in
it's
my
still
heart,
that's
man.
also my honorable mention. That's a good pick.
Akira, which I don't know if they've seen. It's
Yeah, I haven't
I've
seen
heard
that.
of it.
I've
Also
about
heard
It's
of
pretty
it,
good.
but haven't seen it.
yeah, it's pretty good. The Akira slide used in all cinema for like ever.
Yeah.
Went ahead and Fast and Furious, all of those movies, at least most of the originals.
Yeah.
Until
Are
you get to
pretty
like
good.
5 or
And
pretty
then it
good.
gets-
Then
it's
like- it
goonery
gets
after
slapped,
that.
but-
It's the goonery.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put
but-
specifically Tokyo Drift
Tokyo
because
Drift
that's
is
like
good.
the first one that I remember watching, and I'm like, if
Yeah.
I have to pick one, that's probably one of my favorites.
I like that. I like that.
put The Thing on here,
I like the
old
thing.
horror.
Good
It's
film.
pretty good. Inception and Interstellar both went on the honorable mention. But
Wow.
they were very
Wow.
close to making the
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
But there's definitely other movies by those directors that I would say I personally like better.
Yeah.
Maybe a little recency bias too. I put Bullet Train on here. I just thought it was a well constructed movie. I liked Lemon and Tangerine. Obviously, we all run to our 3 viewers of the podcast, so you really
Well,
cannot leave.
2 of them are on the team.
We all run though. Cannot leave McFarland USA off of a
That's
honorable
cinema.
mention.
That
It's
is
a good
cinema.
movie.
That is a
It's a
very
good movie.
feel good, but
That's
also
not
like
Danny Diaz, is it?
that movie will make you cry, man.
Yeah.
It will.
There is a movie in my top 10 list that might not deserve to be there, but it's it's just a euphoric feeling movie. But anyway, also there is a Star Wars movie in my top 10, but the one in the honorable mention, Episode 4, A New Hope.
One
Very
that
good
started
Star
it
Wars
all.
movie.
I've never
The
seen
one
any
that
of the Star
started
Wars
it all.
movies.
Oh my God.
Never seen any of
my
them.
God.
I'm
I
horrible.
also I didn't, but I was gonna put the Guardians of the Galaxy movies in the honorable mention.
Those are very
That's
good.
probably
very good.
one of my favorite trilogies.
The first 2 are so good, and the third one is like.
Have you seen
more
the
of
third
a
one yet? Did you watch
sad
it?
one. I haven't seen
Third
it, but I
one's a
know
little
it's more
sad.
sad. 'cause
It's like it's really deep though.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
It's
deeper.
Rocket
nice
the
that
first,
they
background,
that
yeah.
they
the first
take
2 are like goonery, but it's good
Yeah.
goonery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cinematic
Good
goonery.
goonery.
Cinematic goonery rather than
That's
we'll
never
get
been
in
spoken
and we'll get into this
before.
episode about goonery movies and throwaway movies.
Yeah.
But
And then last
Keep
2 on my
going.
list, which are just the huge nostalgia factors, The Iron Giant, just
Goated
a childhood
movie.
movie,
Good
and
movie.
Bridge to Terabithia.
That's a really good movie.
So,
too.
I
Good
like
book.
the. I'm loving the honorable
Too
mentions here.
nostalgic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said. I can
factors.
see it on his computer, but I don't know if he said it. We all watched No Country for Old Men together.
Oh yeah.
For the first
shit,
time.
Crap.
No
That is on
Country.
the list.
No Country for Old Men.
Anton Chigurh.
It's some pretty. It's cinema. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I would put as like not a throwaway
a movie that he would like because you don't know exactly how the movie ends, and
Yeah.
also there's no plot armor in the movie.
That's
No,
true. That's like
everybody-
one of the
everybody
best
gets
movies I've seen for no
I mean,
plot armor.
everybody
yeah.
gets
Like,
slimed
everyone
in that
just
movie,
gets
bro.
absolutely
I don't
shot,
remember.
dude.
I don't remember the cowboy's name that like
Oh,
finds the
yeah.
money.
Oh yeah, he was in
the
the movie
beginning,
for all of.
He was in the movie till the end and then just gets slimed.
Right,
bro.
Yeah.
it,
And
was,
you
it,
can
was,
see
it
it,
wasn't
man.
even like he's the main character, and it's not like he has some crazy epic death that you're like because
Yeah.
Like,
I
they
had
actually
because
just
I had
kick
a
him
slimed
out
by
in
the
the
cartel,
I had,
bro.
I had a feeling that he was gonna die, so I'm like, we're moving
Building up.
towards
We're moving
this.
towards it,
but then
then-
all of a sudden it just pans, and it's like the aftermath, and he's like, oh, he's dead.
And then
Like,
like
it's-
freaking oh my
wow.
god, I forget that dude, the actor's name. That the
Yeah.
one like detective guy that comes
Yeah,
into the movie.
he also just
I
got
forget
slimed
the
Yeah.
actor's name.
immediately.
It's like a famous actor.
Yeah, it
listen,
is.
listen. If
No
you're listening to this
plot
episode,
armor.
just know that we don't know a lot of actors' names and we don't know a lot of directors' names. We know
David
Christopher Nolan,
Fincher.
obviously, David Fincher, but like we're
Wes
not going to talk a
Anderson.
lot about. But anyway, they bring in like that detective guy. He gets slimed in like 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, he actually.
And
Yeah.
you're like, okay, this guy's probably going to stop. No, bro. He gets
He gets
or
murked, dude. He
Bert
gets
murked, and I thought the cowboy dude was gonna die to the. You just said his name. I forget his name.
Anton.
Anton. I thought Anton was gonna kill this
Nope,
cowboy guy that
Cardell.
stole all the money, and he just gets slimed by the cartel, and that's it, bro. Like that's it for him.
Yeah,
His like mother-in-law slimed him out too. Like gave away his location.
we're going to El Paso.
They're going to El Paso.
Oh yeah, his
When he's on the-
not purposely, like on accident,
No,
because she's an
but-
idiot.
Yeah.
Her mother,
Yeah.
his mother-in-law was an idiot, and but that movie was good. It keeps you intrigued the whole time because you don't really know what's gonna happen. The
Yeah.
ending's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I think
really
it's
like that
I think
movie.
it's a good ending.
Mhm.
I like the ending. It was
Yeah.
just more of like an anticlimactic ending.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
it
we
just
don't-
kind of ended.
Because I don't think Anton gets the money,
No.
or
also
he,
No,
gets-
he, like,
it,
gets-
he
gets
gets it, then he
smacked
gets
in his
hit by a
car.
car,
yeah,
and then
and then he goes and flips a coin.
yeah.
yeah, which is
Shitty thing to do.
that is good. I mean, yeah, No Country for Old Men was I forgot about that movie. That movie was so good. A couple other ones I want to hit on yours. Inception and Interstellar.
Both very
Inception, very, very good movie. And I'll be talking about that
Yeah.
a little later here in the podcast. But Inception, that's one of those movies, like I said earlier, one of those movies where it's like you don't know how you have to. It's a up
You have
to
to watch it
interpretation.
twice almost.
It's
too.
an up to interpretation
Yeah.
ending too. So I love a movie like that where it's up to interpretation. You don't exactly know what happens. Also, Leonardo DiCaprio, kind of becoming one of my favorite actors here after we watched Wolf of Wall Street a couple nights ago. We were all a little bit under the influence, but we did watch Wolf of Wall Street. We watched Shutter Island, Inception, very good Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and Titanic. You got to throw that in there, but also Interstellar. I mean, again, another feel good movie with Matthew McConaughey. That's I feel like was really emotional.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, Interstellar is a really good movie, but I think it gets a little bit overrated.
I feel like it too. It's
Yeah.
you'll figure out later that I like Interstellar, but it's more of like I've watched it a couple times and it's sad, but it's just like
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, it's really good, but I think it's
I think it's a little
overrated.
overrated in
But-
in the cinema.
Which
for
also,
sure.
not to throw shade, I don't know if anyone is on this like on their list. Oppenheimer, it's a good movie. It doesn't deserve to be on anybody's list of top 10 movies.
Yeah, I mean,
No, it's
That's
not. It's
another
not on
movie.
my list.
Oppenheimer,
I will
Barbie,
say-
not good movies.
Barbie's
it just fell
horrible.
Into,
Don't
it
even
just
get me
fell into
started.
a hype train.
Don't get me
It's
started.
yeah,
on
I think
really
that's
Barbie,
the
not
bro.
that
problem.
good.
Like,
That's one of Ryan
I
Gosling's
think part of
worst
it is
movies, bro.
just being
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan. Like, people expect a
Yeah.
certain,
Which
a
it
certain
was
level.
a long and very like it was a cinematic movie. Like the visuals were absolutely insane. The
Yeah.
attention to detail was there.
Yeah.
But like at no point in that movie was I ever like on the edge of my seat or like intrigued by
Yeah.
like what was going on.
Are we
Like,
talking
I-
about Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I left the theater and I'm like, like I mean, that was worth sitting in the theater for, but I'm probably never gonna watch that movie again. So
Yeah,
And
it's-
Barbie was kind of the same for me. I went and saw it with my sister and
The ending was kind of
just-
weird
I was
too.
just like, it's just
It had a
another-
weird
it's
ending.
Well,
another film, man.
unfortunately, we're three grown men talking about Barbie, and we're not the audience, the
Oh,
intended
no.
audience.
Well,
so
that was very when she goes in the real world, it's cooked.
Yeah.
It's the world is taken over by
it's
men.
pretty.
and
It's
Oh,
pretty.
wow.
it gets really bad.
left
We don't
wings,
have to
but
go
that's
down
alright.
that road.
Yeah.
We don't have to go down that road.
We're
But
not bringing politics into the show.
Hoosiers, I do want to hit on some sports movies here because I mean, they're not any of our honorable mentions, or they could be in the top 10. Probably not, knowing these two. I want to hit on Hoosiers, and I want to hit on Coach Carter.
Yeah,
Coach Carter
good.
is
Yeah.
probably my favorite basketball
Cruise.
movie. What?
Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's
Like-
that's. I didn't want to make like a hundred like named list of honorable mentions, but like there's very few sports movies I've watched that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
okay,
good. That's a good.
That's probably my
franchise.
worst. It was good, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like that's one of those ones where it's not up with like Remember the Titans or Hoosiers or
That's
Coach
one that
Carter.
I feel like is a good movie if there's like a nostalgia factor to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's-
watched
that's
that
more of a nostalgia
on
factor.
VHS in my grandma's basement, and so like there's a nostalgia factor for it. But like, I feel like if I watch it now, I'm just kind of like, it's just a movie.
yeah.
Like,
I agree.
but
I
like,
agree.
That's one of those. A lot of those sports films too that were made like a while ago. I feel like there's a nostalgia factor too, like or like about the event that
Yeah.
the movie's based on. Like one that I'm not saying is a bad movie, but what's the one where the dude like walks on to whatever?
Rudy,
No, he's like a tackle and then he gets killed by a drunk driver.
Arkansas.
Brandon Burlsworth. I
Yeah,
don't
the
remember what
Arkansas movie.
I
I know
don't
what you're
remember
talking
what
about.
it's called.
I forget what it's called, but I've
It's
seen
called-
it
I think
so
it's
much
called like Remember
on
or
TikTok,
something.
I've seen it on
But-
TikTok. Also, yeah, go ahead.
But like
Yeah,
I
I
was
had
just gonna say,
something.
like that's another one where it's like I feel like people like the movie because of the story, not necessarily because it's like a super good movie or anything.
Yeah.
Like there's like a story element to it. Or also I didn't put a lot of movies on here. Like I could have thrown like the Harry Potter movies on here. But I like the books better than I like the movies, and
True.
I feel like I cannot
Yeah.
put the movies on a list
And
when the books are better than
If we're
the
talking about
movies.
books and movies, we also have to hit on the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Hunger Games is
another one that I
Yeah.
didn't-
Actually,
I don't know if
that's
they're-
funny because I never thought about the Hunger Games when I was making this list. Like
Me
that's the
neither.
problem. There's so many things I
There's
want.
so
I
many,
don't think
and that's
about
why
until
we're
we bring
here.
them
Though.
up.
That's
Yeah.
why we're here.
Yeah.
Though.
No,
we can
the-
talk
the
about
Hun-
Hunger
yeah.
Games is cinema, bro. It is cinema.
Yeah.
You're on the edge of your seat the whole time. In
And
those
like the Maze
movies.
Runner movies too. Like
Maze
Yeah.
Runner
both of
2.
those
Yeah,
movies.
Maze Runner is so
I like
good.
obviously watched the Hunger Games like when they came out,
Mhm.
in 2013 or whenever they did. But then I went and watched the Songbirds and Snakes
Mhm.
at the cinema, like when it came out, and then I was like, "Damn, this movie's really good." And then I went back and rewatched them, like when I was older. I was like, "Wow,
Damn,
these
those are
movies
really
are
good.
actually really good."
Oh yeah, they are. They are so good, and they're bringing out a new
Yeah,
one
they're-
about
yeah,
Hey
new one.
Mitch.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That is
That'll
gonna
be
be
a good one.
that's gonna be cinema too, and
Yeah.
that's like, but that's the thing of like I think the books are probably better than the movies when it comes to Hunger
Yeah.
Games. But that's like Harry Potter movies are good too, but I haven't really watched as many Harry Potter movies. I'll say I feel like Hunger Games is as close as you can get to a movie and a book being about the same. I still think
Yeah,
the book
I
is
thought they were
better.
really
Just
fair,
because it can
though.
go into
Yeah,
more
they're-
detail. The book can go into more detail. So like even in the first one, they talk way more about Haymitch in Hunger Games in the book.
Yeah.
Because you can go into more detail. In the movie, it's kind of just like, oh,
They had
here's
to-
the guy
yeah.
that
They had to
won.
make it a main character. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
antagonist
They're
and
like, here's the guy that
protagonist.
won, and then they killed his whole family, and now he helps
Now he just
everybody.
drinks.
from
There's a little
District 12
recency
and
bias.
drinks.
I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna name drop, but recency bias for me. But there's a book I read and film, and we all know. But I'll get into it later. But that was a really close adaptation. I mean, obviously the book is a little bit better because you can.
You can
More
depth,
detail.
but-
more in there.
but-
Yeah, you can go in depth.
No, I think after reading the book, watching the movie, and then reading the book, and then rewatching the movie, it's pretty damn accurate. But I mean, like you said, but yeah, no, like I see what you mean. I know what you're saying.
Well,
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's good. I don't know. Yeah, McFarlane USA is really good. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of like the
Another
other, what are your? Oh yeah,
Well, there's some. These are like the ones that I
Fast
put on
and, the
here.
Fast and Furious series.
They
Yeah.
just
Series
ruined
was so
them.
good.
It was a
They
money
just
grab,
is
is what it
ruined
was.
Like-
them.
like
But
they coulda-
The original ones are
So
so
Are good, are
though.
really good.
They're
yeah.
so good.
They're
Like
so
the
good.
first one is so good. The second one I think is amazing because it gives you a background on Brian O'Connor,
Yeah.
who was the cop, then became a fugitive, then became a cop again,
Mhm.
and then the third one, Tokyo Drift, has nothing to do with the franchise at first, but that movie is so good,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Like,
why it was like
Yeah.
special to me because I watched that one first, and it's kind of like a spin-off more or less. And then I like went back and watched all the other ones, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's dope as hell.
No, yeah,
that
it
they
was
spun
good.
that off.
And then the fourth one is good. They have to like cross the border and steal some dude from Mexico, and then they try and bring him back and whatever. And again for the cops. And then the Fast Fives when they steal like the safes and like
Yeah,
pull
they're
them
like
Yeah.
dragging it out of the bank.
that one was cinema, but then like the sixth
Yeah.
one, that's when it like tanks, and then the freaking longest airport or airstrip I've ever seen in my entire life on this huge plane in the sixth movie. Like
Yeah,
it was like at
got
that point it started getting
outlandish.
goonery right there, and then
Yeah.
like from there it got really bad. I kind of forget what happens in seventh one, but then one of them's like a submarine.
Yeah, that's like
One
the
of
eighth
them,
one or
he,
something.
like,
Yeah.
And then like Dom has to end up, or Dominic Toretto ends up having to go against his whole group to try and save his son for one of them. And then the 10th movie is just it's goonery, bro. It's
Yeah, they just had to
goonery.
keep
Like
pulling money
it's
out of it.
but like the first 3 or 4, it's the nostalgia factor there too, because those movies are so old and they have some like actors in there, but they're young. So like Ludacris is in there, but he's like really young and it's good. And Roman Pierce, I forget his actual actor name, but he's really good in those movies.
Hmm.
But yeah, love the honorable mentions from Henry there. I
Yeah,
feel like
I know.
those
I
are
threw
really
those-
good.
I threw a lot in
You know,
there, and we
and
got
we could
into
throw
them,
in
but-
so many, and that's why like we can talk more about like genres and stuff here a little bit later after I get through my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
And then go into the top 10. But we can sit and talk about movies forever. So,
Yeah.
but I'll hit my honorable
We'll let
mentions
Drew-
here
We'll
so
let
we can
Drew
keep
knock his out.
we can keep going here. But so my honorable mentions are Need for Speed. Amazing movie. I don't even know where to start. That movie is so good. A lot of people didn't like it, but I loved the movie. I thought it was really good. Too Fast, Too Furious. And again, I'm kind of on Henry's side here where the whole franchise is kind of really good, but that's my favorite movie of the entire franchise just because I really liked Brian O'Connor. Then Memento.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot
If you-
about Memento.
if you
That's a
haven't
good
seen
movie.
that movie,
Going.
If you haven't
Yeah.
seen that movie, it's basically the movie that gets it's in reverse, so it gets played in reverse, and the guy loses his all of his memories in 15 minutes, and he has to try to remember exactly what he's doing, and he's trying to find out who killed his wife. And at the end of the movie, he finds out that he already killed his wife 2 years ago, and they just keep replaying out the scenes for him. And then at the end, he kind of just accepts that he wants to just keep living this lifestyle for the rest of his life, figuring out who killed his wife, and just keep doing that for the rest of his life. And then
Shutter
the end of the
Islands.
movie ends with going back to how the movie started. So
Mhm.
very, very good movie. Didn't make my top 10, but because it's a little confusing, you probably have to watch it 2 or 3 times before you understand it, but still very good. Spider-Man Homecoming, very good movie
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. The Wolf of Wall Street on my honorable mentions as
Yeah.
well. That movie was cinema. Leonardo DiCaprio was really good, and Margot Robbie, baby. I
We're
mean,
going to
you-
Monaco. There's gonna be a little bit of chop.
No worries. No words
What the
for.
hell is this?
Listen, I know Chop. And then Avengers Endgame, and really,
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
haven't even hit on the Avengers movies yet. I haven't
Whole
seen
nother
that many of
conversation.
them.
Captain America: The First Avenger.
Endgame was cinema to me. Okay, even if you haven't seen the entire series, you can watch Endgame and it still be cinema because of just they all come together. They have to try and beat Thanos. Iron Man sacrifices his life at the end of the movie. Like, very, very good. If you haven't seen Endgame by now, like I don't know
Part
what
of that,
you're doing, bro.
part of that
but-
too is like what we've been talking about, nostalgia, because like all those movies, well, no, yeah, all of them came out like within our lifetime. So like I remember growing up and like going to watch all those. Like I made it a point to go and watch all those in the cinema, at least most of them. So then when you have the big 3-hour like
And
final,
Endgame.
yeah, no, yeah, it was really good.
It's good, and I liked it, and I haven't even seen that many Avengers movies. I'm still trying to catch up, but and then my last honorable mention is Miracle, as
Yeah.
usual. It's my second favorite sports movie, so I just gave it away that there will be a sports movie in my top 10.
Mhm.
But Miracle is, I mean, come on, dude. I don't even have to get started on that movie. Like, if you haven't seen it, it's good. I mean,
Who are we playing?
a bruise on the leg is a long way from the heart, you candy ass. So
What did you call me? Yeah,
that movie
that's
is
really good.
amazing. I just want to touch on Need for Speed. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Need for Speed is kind of like Fast and Furious with a lot of different actors, and it has this guy who works in a workshop, and this famous lady comes to them, and they're like, "Can you build us a Mustang for like this show that we need to do?" And he builds like this brand new Mustang, and it's amazing. And the dude that like the famous guy that's paying them to do this is like, yeah, that car will go 170 max. And then the dude that built the Mustang's like, no, I can get it to go 240. So then the guy gets it to go 240, and then he gets to drive it across the country to go to this illegal street race. And if he wins like millions of dollars or whatever. And so he drives it all the way across the country, but it was after he went to prison. So sorry, I actually missed a big part. So one of the guys that helped build the Mustang actually. The
Have to
famous
comply
guy,
here.
the guy that built the Mustang, and then one of the guys that helped him, he was like kind of his son. They all get to drive Koenigsegg's, and they drive him in the street. And the
Oh,
famous
yeah.
guy actually kills the one dude by hitting his car, and then drives off. And then so the dude that built the Mustang actually
Blows him
has to go to prison because they think he murdered. And his name is Pete. They think he murdered Pete. He really doesn't. Comes out of prison, drives all the way across the country, ends up finding the car that the famous guy used to kill Pete, and uses it in the race, wins the race. The famous guy ends up going to jail for killing that guy. But that movie is amazing. And I've watched it like 5 or 6 times, and it is amazing. I just wanted to hit on that. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
I saw it
Um,
a long time ago,
but
it is a good film.
It's very good. I liked it. It almost made my top 10, but I couldn't put it in there. There's too many movies that I like. But other than that, like Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, I
amazing
think
movie.
Spider-Man: Homecoming is good because it's a different adaptation. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. The other two, it's the same. Oh, Uncle Ben dies, and then it's the build up. That one, you already. I mean, everyone already knows
Yeah.
Spider-Man, so it throws you right in, and plus, you have the influence of Iron Man and Tony Stark the whole time, like throughout that entire series. So I think it's a good. I just like the way they
Yeah.
the route they took with that franchise.
felt
Yeah,
more
and bringing all
connected.
3 back.
Yeah.
I loved it.
To the rest of Marvel too. Like I
Yeah.
felt like the other ones were kind of like standalone.
Yeah, I mean that
movies,
was
and I
before
felt
the
like
age of.
Homecoming tied other movies.
Yeah,
in,
Yeah.
too,
because
which kind of made it like I don't know a more like full
right.
like circle.
No, I
kinda
liked
movie.
it. And Spider-Man doesn't get into the Avengers until Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because Andrew
Yeah,
Garfield
Sony.
and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Mans, they're just like you said, just standalone movies. They're not really like a part of a franchise until they bring
Spider-Man and the Amazing
Spider-Man in it. I think it's
Yeah.
in the Winter Soldier. Is his first movie. I think I could be wrong.
Civil War.
So.
Or Civil War.
Yeah,
Civil War.
Civil
See, I don't
War.
even know, but I
Yeah.
know he's in the Avengers, just not until. And then they bring back the other 2. I mean that was.
I mean that was
cinema to
fanfare, but it
me.
was really good.
That it was
Yeah.
fanfare, but like it was also like maybe not as good as Captain America getting Thor's hammer, but
Yeah.
it was
No, yeah, it was.
it was good.
good.
Which also we haven't even talked about in Endgame. But a couple movies I do want to talk about real quick before we go into top 10s is like a couple movies that I didn't even make my honorable mentions that I probably could have put on here is like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Mhm.
It didn't make my top 10 just because I feel like that's a whole different genre. Like we
Yeah.
can go into like some sad movies like Blue Valentine, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, see,
Is
Waves
amazing.
Waves was one of the movies that was like I didn't put
Yeah.
on mine, and also the Truman Show.
Oh yeah, the Truman
didn't-
Show.
Yeah.
That
I
one
didn't
has a
throw in
lot
the honorable
deeper meaning.
mentions, but yeah,
than you
there's definitely
think.
a lot in that too.
Yeah, and Jim Carrey does all those movies so well. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was great. I watched that after a breakup, and man, dude, me and Caleb were about to throw ourselves off the balcony after that movie. But I
All
like
the
movies
homies-
like that
all
don't
the homies
always.
hate Patrick. I'll just say
Yes,
that
he's
movie.
stupid.
Yeah.
And that movies like that and Blue Valentine that don't end completely like on a good note. Those are good. Those are amazing movies to me. I kind of like the sad movies that don't end
Yeah.
like happy. They end sad, or kind of like maybe. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it kind of ended sad but good at the same time. Like they were just talking shit about each other at the end, but they kind of like find each other and
They do it all over again.
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna
Yeah.
do it all over again, but still like kind of sad because like the whole time at the end they're just like on the tape recording like talking shit about each other, which was funny. But
I want to bring in another honorable mention before I forget about it because you just said sad movies. Grave of the Fireflies is really
It's another
good.
so what is that? I've never seen that.
So it's about.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Oh, we're
Okay.
giving away.
Yeah,
Giving away.
I'll leave it to him. But no,
It's a really sad movie.
but I watched it. Well, the thing is,
What about Manchester by the Sea too?
yeah, I haven't seen
we're
it.
gonna talk about it.
I'm
Yeah, but
guessing Henry's top 10
the cool
right
thing,
now.
the cool thing about Grave of the Fireflies is that it's about 2 kids. So it starts it's like a older brother and a younger sister,
Right.
and the brother starts out and he's like, June 6, 1940, or whenever the date is, he's like, this is the day I died, and then it like goes back in time and it shows them, and so the
From the
whole time
child.
What's gonna happen, but it's just, I mean, it's a heartbreaker, but it's really good, and I mean, there's a lot of different, there's a lot of stuff going on,
A
and
lot of allusions.
a lot of
to it, a lot of
themes.
things that happen in the movie.
Yeah.
they don't make like a huge deal about in the movie, but
Yeah.
it's very
It's like
very
it's
a lot of
it's
symbolism and
yeah. There's a lot of themes
poetic
going on, and
meaning
it's
to it,
it's
you
cool
could
to see
say.
it through the eyes of a kid, like the context. But I'll leave it to Henry because it
Yeah,
seems like
I
there's
I'll pick
think
up on
there's
it
stuff.
later.
it seems
I'll pick
like
up on it
it
later.
seems
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
maybe it might be in his top 10.
It could be.
Yeah.
But-
Possibly.
So
We should probably.
if
we
you
should
wanna hit
probably
the-
get into the top
hit the
10.
Yeah, we
top
should,
10.
we should.
JP.
All right, I'll start.
We'll go
Yeah,
back
I'll
to
start.
JP
Yeah.
here.
I'm gonna say we already know a handful of mine. So
All right.
So-
Yeah, so I'll just get into it. Number 10 is gonna be Major League. Unit
Okay.
film.
that is a good
Okay.
film.
Is that the
Junior-
one with oh my gosh, the dude from Ted? You know what I'm talking about?
Like the main character. In
Yeah.
I don't
What's
know the
Major League?
actor's
Oh,
name.
is
Major League is the one about the Indians, and they're like they.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Okay, never
No.
mind. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, so it's
Okay.
about you haven't seen it. So it's about
No.
the Indians, and their owner is this crazy chick, and she wants to tank so they can.
Oh,
They-
but they end up tanking so bad that they end up being good.
Yeah, so she wants to
Yeah.
tank so they can move to Miami.
My dad
So then-
has talked to me
So
about
then
that
they
movie,
recruit a bunch of gooners off of the
but
street,
they end up being good.
and so they're awful. And then they're like, "What?" And then they figure out that she's trying to tank. So like, well, the last thing we can do is let's just go win the damn thing. So they go, and it's goonage the whole time, and but it's funny, and wild thing, you make my heart sing, and yeah, and they beat the Yankees to win the pennant. So
Oh, yeah, man.
so yeah, it's
Like The Sandlot.
yeah, it is a gooner movie through and through. But me and my mom love it, and yeah, so
That's
just,
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, number 9
Yeah,
is gonna
next
go
up.
ahead and be The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh,
Okay,
that is a
that's good.
movie.
I
Really
like
good
it.
movie. My sister was born on Halloween, so we celebrate.
Katie
but
was
Good
born on
Halloween
Halloween.
movies, bro. Good
But-
Halloween movie. We haven't even talked about Halloween movies or
Yeah.
Christmas movies yet.
Danny Elfman does a really good job. He singing and the music throughout is
Yeah.
great.
It's a
the,
memorable movie no matter what.
Yeah.
Like you watch it and you
the soundtrack is actually incredible, and it's a really it's fun, and the stop motion stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
That Tim Burton does. But yeah, I mean, I just love that movie, and it's a cool plot, and it's like it's something that can't really be recreated. It's cool. Anyways, number 8, Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yeah. that
Oh,
one's
you said you'd
good.
watched that.
Yeah.
And it was really
So
good.
I've
Reaching
only-
I have not
backwards.
seen
I
it
only
yet.
watched it
Going
once, but
backwards.
I wanted to expand the David Fincher, filmography.
Mhm.
So I was like, I need to watch this. Plus, it was on Netflix. I'm like, well, here's a perfect chance. And I mean, I knew the premise. I knew it was gonna be like a rom, but it's just 3 hours, but it's really interesting the whole time. Like he ages in reverse, so that alone makes it really interesting, and just like all the stuff he has to go through, and throughout the entire thing, he's still coming back to this girl, and then it's like you start to think about it. Like I was thinking about it like halfway through, and I was like, yeah, she's gonna grow up, and he's gonna get young, and like how's it gonna work? And then I mean, I won't tell you what happens if you want to watch it, but he has to make some sacrifices, and it's just
It's sad.
yeah, but it's just really good. and
We'll have
it's-
to watch that.
yeah,
We'll have to get that
it's really
on the
interesting,
telly.
and
Have you seen it?
No, I've heard about it though.
We'll have to watch it.
yeah, I just think it was really interesting, and it just really stuck with
It's
me.
on my list. I have a
Yeah.
117 movie list that I need to
Yeah.
Yeah.
get into. But go ahead.
Number 7, Ford versus Ferrari.
That's a
Oh,
good
I
movie.
haven't seen
See,
that one
I
either,
was
bro.
I couldn't.
I was
I
either
kept
gonna put that
movies-
or Rush.
Yeah,
and
I heard that
wanted-
movie is
didn't
so
bring up.
good,
I forgot
bro.
to put Rush on my honorable mention, but I was like, like as much as I love motorsport, like I feel like one of these needs to be in my top
Top
10, and even Rush and Ford v Ferrari are probably the two best motorsport movies.
Yeah.
I think.
A lot of people like what is it, Gran Turismo? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
Gran Turismo is
What
good.
about
Gran
Cars,
Turismo.
bro?
Cars is the best. No, but the cool thing
Hands down.
about Ford v Ferrari and Rush, but I'll talk about Ford v Ferrari since it's on the list. It's like you don't have to be a fan of motorsport to enjoy these. Ford v Ferrari a little bit more because it's historic, and
Yeah.
well, I guess
You have to
Rush is
understand-
too.
You have to
but
understand the
You
significance.
kind of
of
yeah,
it.
but if you're a random who doesn't really care about 24 hours of Le Mans, then it's whatever.
Yeah,
but
you don't know.
it's like, oh, they just won this race. But the whole thing, like Ferrari was so dominant at the time, and we need you to build this.
Ford was the up and coming, right? They were the up and coming.
Yeah, we need you because they had just at the beginning
Challengers.
they had just released the Mustang, and Shelby is over, and he's got his hands and everything, and well, we need you to beat a car that's going to beat Ferrari at Le Mans. Oh, that's going to take you forever. Oh, we said 90 days. So it's like, it's just
Good. It's really good. Matthew
it's-
McConaughey's in that.
and there's yeah, there's really not like the quotes, but the dialogue is really good, and Christian Bale does a really good job. And it's
Christian Bale, bro.
it's a little emotional, but
I'll be talking about Christian Bale.
But
a
yeah,
little bit later.
out somewhere out there is the perfect lap. It's a really good scene. Most people chase their whole lives and never get it. But it's really good, and I love motorsport. So yeah, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
Number
Number 6.
Number six is Arrival.
That's on
Arrival.
our list.
We need.
to
Me
watch
and Henry
I-
also need to watch that.
No,
movie too.
it's like it
I think
gets
I told
it gets
him I was
just-
gonna
all
watch
right,
it one
quick
night, and
30
he's like, "Dude, you have to watch
30
it." And I
second-
didn't watch it.
30 seconds. Tell us what Arrival is without spoiling it.
Yeah, no spoilers.
so. I haven't seen it in a little bit, and I only watched it once. But this, like, spaceship comes down, and
Was it the Aliens movie?
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like so
Other-
the spaceship comes
yeah,
down, and Amy Adams is the lead, and she was like an ex like scientist at NASA or whatever, and she's like not working anymore. So, but they don't know what it is, and it's like it's pretty not like realistic, but they make it look like it's like the effects they use and stuff. So like they don't know what it is. So then the military sets up, and they're like, well, we need to go talk to it. So then Amy Adams like goes and tries to contact the aliens, and then it's like a mind fuck, but she keeps talking to them, and then like they like give her a language that she has to like decipher, and then like she keeps trying and trying and trying, and then there's like a plot twist. But that's like the moral of the story pretty much, is that they're trying to like the arrival of the aliens, and they're trying to figure out like
Sounds
if they're
good.
peaceful or it's like it gets overshadowed by Interstellar, but it's not the same plot, but
Yeah.
it's still a really good like trippy space ish movie. So
I
yeah,
like
it's
it.
good.
I like it. That's number 6. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Top
Top
five
five
here.
here.
We're in
Top
top
five.
five.
It's Untouchables.
Yeah,
It's
my
Untouchables
Untouchables
here.
here.
Untouchables.
Number
Top
five is
five.
La La Lands.
I need to see
Okay,
that, bro.
so
La La
Ryan
Lands
Gosling,
is-
bro. I need to see that.
I'm not
movie.
gonna lie, I cried when I watched La La Lands.
I heard it's
um,
really sad.
It's the problem is that it's when you step back and you're like you put emotion away and it's like it's sad whatever, but then you're like, is it more important? Like what's more important in life? So yeah, I mean, it's a musical, but like most of the some of the songs are good. It's like Another Day of Sun. It's
Yeah,
like just kind of
Start the movie.
but then like City of Stars is a really good song, and like the music is good, and Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling both do a really good job. So it has a lot of awards too. So
yeah, it's decorated.
yeah, no, it's just really good, and yeah, that's about it. I just really like
Yeah,
it.
Good film.
Number 4, Inglorious Bastards.
Yes,
yeah.
dude.
I
I saw it
love-
coming. Saw it coming.
I love this film.
Also, I've not seen it, dude. I'm horrible at
It's
movies.
good.
Just so you know,
I haven't seen it. in
you'll
a
see
while.
with my top 10 that I'm very horrible with
Quentin
movies.
Quentin
but
Tarantino. It is. Hans Landa is like the greatest. Well, he's not the greatest villain I ever wrote. That's Darth Vader, but he's up there.
He's good.
It's
I don't
just-
know. I mean, there's some other villains that are pretty close to Darth Vader, but
Yeah,
keep going.
no, it's just really crazy though, and I love Brad Pitt's probably my favorite actor. And
Brad Pitt is very good.
he just does a really good job as Lieutenant. I'll be your escort, Lieutenant Aldo Rain, since I speak the best Italian. Anyways, no, it's like a bunch of stories kind of put together. Like there's different scenes. That's kind of how Tarantino does his works. But then it all comes up and at the final scene, and it's crazy, and it's just I love it, and yeah, that's about it.
All right,
It's
number
really good.
3, top 3 here.
Number 3,
I think I already.
I think I know
these
what number
ones.
3 is.
Tyler Durden.
Yes, sir.
Tyler Durden in Fight Club.
Fight Club.
All right. The context is that we all got hyperfixated on Fight Club this year, and
Yes.
Roderick
and I
Mayhem.
shaved my head twice, and I channeled my inner Tyler Durden, and
Mayhem.
this is what I was talking about when I said the book and the film are pretty well
Very
added.
related.
Yeah. So I read the book, like I had seen the movie, so I knew what happened, but then I read the book and was like, and then I rewatched the movie and I was like, it's pretty close. I mean, there's
Pretty
some things
close.
they leave
Yeah.
out, but for the most part, it's really close.
Yeah, Fight Club, very good. Very good.
But I mean, that is a really damn good casting
Yeah.
between Ed Norton and
Brad Pitt.
Brad
Pitt.
Pitt. Sorry,
Brad Pitt.
but
Like
Idiot.
And people
Marla
are
Singer.
people say oh it's about toxic masculinity and what can happen if you don't have your own beliefs and stuff. But if you like put that aside and it's pay attention to like let go of everything that's holding you back and like just be yourself and don't let things bring you down. Like it's really inspiring actually. And there's so I could quote the entire movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't, but I
We
could.
could.
I have a
We
lot
could
of quotes.
We get pretty close. You
Yeah.
could get pretty close. I've only seen it once, but I agree that was a very cinematic film.
But it is really good, and it's I mean, Project Mayhem. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna leave it at that. But
it's Project Mayhem.
For
It's
trolls,
don't
the
ask
the reason why I'm not on the team anymore is
because
Project
of Project Mayhem. But no,
so,
it's
yeah.
it's I think, I mean, toxic masculinity aside, every man should watch that movie because if you see it for
Very
what it
good.
is, it is
It
actually really
is
good.
a very good movie. I loved it. I did.
Yeah.
But
All right, number
two
two,
here.
which used to be my number one, but I had to move after some careful consideration. Smokey and the Bandits.
oh,
Yeah.
I
that
should've
is
s-
a
I
great
knew you loved that
movie.
movie.
Great
Yeah.
movie.
Even though
that
it's goonery, isn't
1977. That is my favorite car ever. The Trans Am
Trans Am.
it?
Firebird.
Trans Am.
It is goonery, but it's so funny.
We'll have to watch it sometime. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a
well,
while.
I'm the only one, man. Only one.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
classic beer run. They gotta get from Texas back to Atlanta with a truck full of beer.
Burr.
So
Truck full of
and
burr.
this guy Smokey's on his tail the whole time, and it's you get the trucker, and it's the all American movie. I love it to death.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
All-American movie.
There's jokes the whole time, and I mean it's just incredible. It's simply incredible.
Simply.
All right, rounding out the list, number one, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh my
He likes the
goodness.
Wes Anderson pacing.
Yeah, that was- That is
Smokey and the
insane.
Bandit was
I've
like
not
my
seen that either.
Smokey and the Bandit was my love child forever, but like I've watched Fantastic Mr. Fox so much, and it's just incredible. Like Wes Anderson, I love. Like I've only seen a couple Wes Anderson films, but it is a masterpiece, and the stop motion is amazing,
Yeah, it's
and
insane.
it's really cinematic for being an animated film, and like all of the illustrations and everything. And I mean the plot is geared towards a child, but the dialogue that they put into this children's movie it's really deep, and
Yeah.
it's just really good. And in the music, most of the music in it is really good. And you have the scene with the wolf at the end, and yeah, I
I know
love
the scene. I know the one thing that I need to do is start watching movies with JP because I have not seen a lot of your top 10.
Yeah, I love that movie to
Like,
death.
Trust me, we're going on a movie guru here more in the summer when there's not as much ball. But yeah, I love the top 10.
That's
I
it. Yeah,
like
that's
I
the
think
top
that
10
was
there.
a very good top 10. Yeah, I don't really have any knocks on your top 10. I don't
Yeah,
really. I
like
mean,
'em.
they're your favorites. So
We'll
I'm
just
not
have to
gonna
watch
knock-
them.
Yeah,
a
like I
few of
said,
those.
Knock
like I said,
anything,
most
but-
of it is like it's emotional based. So most of these I've grown up with, or something with it has really stuck with me, and so yeah, I mean it's just
I like it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I loved your top 10. We can just move right in. And
yeah. Let's get to Henry.
Let's get
to
Henry's
Henry.
side,
Yeah.
'cause I'm
Yeah.
excited for Henry's.
Yeah.
side.
I've been gatekeeping mine. I have a whole.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't even
I-
tell us. I mean, Henry
Yeah.
can see mine. I don't
Yeah,
think JP.
I
can't see yours.
JP
Yeah.
can't see mine, but Henry can see mine.
Yeah.
But
We're
Here
gonna
we
go
go.
into number 10, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
ooh,
It's
just
it's
such a
good,
good
man.
It's so
It's
cinema.
good.
It's
It's
so
good.
cinema.
Kind of like redemption.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would call it a love story, but another
It
good
It was a
movie.
love story. It's a rom. It's a rom-com until it's not a rom.
Yeah.
It's a rom dram maybe.
Yeah.
Rom-com.
We all watched this
Yeah.
together. Really one of like the first movies that we had like a movie night about. To,
Yeah.
so
Well,
it's
the
a
first
little
time
bit of the
I added
nostalgia.
you two to the
Yeah.
movie nights.
Yeah,
It
first
used to
time
be
that
a-
we were there.
movie
All the
night with
homies hate
Caleb, but-
Patrick. Good. The
a little
soundtrack.
tiny, not a plot twist, but a little like thing that's
Yeah.
kind of funny, like at the end ish. The one like I forget the professor or not the professor, like
The guy
one
that like
old
that,
guy.
like,
runs
does
the runs
yeah,
the
the
Old
clinic
guy.
or whatever.
his
wife.
figures out that he actually used this little device on his wife to make her forget
No, it wasn't
that
his
he cheated on her.
I thought he
Um,
cheated. Yeah,
he cheated,
well,
he cheated on the girl,
yeah,
but
right,
he says
right, right.
he uses the device to make the wife
wife
forget that he
forget.
cheated
Yeah,
on
right,
her.
right.
Which is
And the
kind
wife
of it's not
pulls
a
up
plot
and-
twist, but it's just like it's more of like a jaw dropping scene where it's like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness,
Yeah,
you didn't,
no,
you didn't
it's-
really see it
that's-
coming, and she's like, well, you already did or something like that, and it was
Yeah.
Really good. I love this movie too.
Yeah,
I wish you stayed.
it just barely
stayed
cracked.
too.
It just
Meet me
barely
in
cracked
Montauk.
into the top 10. Next, number 9, which these were mentioned, but thankfully they weren't towards the top. Grave of the
Yeah.
Fireflies. I just watched that for the second time like last week. To really break it down too, it does start with the movie. It's basically this kid and he's in a field and he's like, this is the day that I died. And
Yeah.
then you jump back, without really spoiling it. It's kind of about like World War II and all the like bombing on.
They're in Japan.
Yeah, they're in Japan, but the movie the dub's in English anyway.
Yeah.
But basically, a bomb's dropped and they're like he's escaping with his sister, but then like they get separated from their mom, and then it's kind of like they're like they leave the city and move in with their aunt, and it's just and they leave the aunt's house. Like I can't really spoil it if I keep going on, but it's just it's a really
good
sad
movie. It's a very
movie
good movie.
too.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was.
That's your number 9. All right.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like I've changed it 4 or 5 times. All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's like just
Okay.
you probably
Okay.
never
Classic
heard
film.
Of it.
I've
I've
heard of
not
it.
seen. I've heard
No.
of it. I've never seen it. Never seen it.
We just had it on DVD and it was double sided. When I grew up, we had these little DVD players that my dad mounted on the back of like the seats in our car, and we only had like 10 CDs, so I would just watch this movie over again. And it's just kind of like a feel good movie. Basically, these dogs like sort of like save this little girl who got put up for adoption, and like save her, and it's kind of like a sharing, caring, feel good movie.
Because
So
all
that
dogs
one-
go to heaven, man.
Because All Dogs Go to Heaven. Numbers
Number
Underground,
7.
just a childhood movie. Number 7, it's technically 2 movies. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen
good.
those either.
Entertaining plot, sweet
Mhm.
revenge. I feel like the characters are pretty well written.
Mhm.
Don't let white girls play with samurai swords.
Yeah.
Have to watch.
Yeah,
the
I want to
movie.
watch that. I mean, I know a lot about
Yeah,
it, but
it's pretty
yeah.
good.
I've not
The-
seen it.
It's also like the way that the movie is like what is it? Cinematographed. Like the way that it's presented is really cool. Like,
Cinematographed.
yeah, well they use like multiple different formats.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
if you've ever seen like Schindler's List, how the whole movie's like black and white. Like the movie like switches in between like sort of like different like presentations.
It's a well put together
That's
movie,
Tarantino, isn't it?
basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's
dumbing
another Tarantino.
dumbing
movie.
it down, it's a very well put together movie.
Yeah.
In that part. But
Yeah.
Number 6.
Number 6, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the
Ooh,
Sith. My only note here is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's
valid.
just such
I
a
haven't-
good
valid.
film.
Also haven't seen it, so what you're finding out on this podcast is that I need to watch
Drew,
movies.
Drew, doesn't
bro.
watch, Drew didn't
Yeah,
grow up
that's-
watching anything.
No, no, whoa.
Watching
I
any
grew up.
movies.
I grew up watching ball.
Yeah, he
Okay,
grew up
that's
watching ball.
my expertise is more on ball, but I don't want to take away from Henry's top 10.
I think
Anyway.
that's a good take
it's
there.
it's valid because I know what happens, but
Number 5, Hacksaw Ridge.
I really
I've
like
never
that.
even heard of
It's-
that. But
It's the highest rated movie of all time, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
wow,
Basically,
I'm stupid.
He's goes into the military, but I don't know exactly what he's like a pacifist.
Yeah.
It's part of his religion, but he will not kill people.
You
So
won't
he
even
goes
like
in,
hold the gun. Yeah.
He won't even touch a gun. But he goes in and basically like has to fight his way through everything and gets like beat up and bullied and
Yeah.
like mocked because he's like I won't even touch a weapon. Goes in and then goes to Hacksaw Ridge and the rest of it's cinema.
Yeah, he becomes a medic, and
Yeah,
it's pretty
becomes
cool.
a medic, saves a bunch of people. Go down
What
to
are we
number
on here? 5,
This is number 4,
4.
Manchester by the Sea.
There
I
it
don't
is,
know why
there
it
it
was
is.
such
I
an
saw it
emotional
coming.
movie
I saw
to
it
me,
coming.
but I mean, just sort of depressing the whole time too.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes those are the best movies though.
yeah.
When
Also,
it's sad
like,
the whole time.
another one that's like I feel like is similar that maybe more people have seen is Beautiful Boy.
Mhm.
But I mean, I didn't really want a dude that was addicted to drugs. Like that wasn't what I was going for. But just like being able to deal with everything, and then also just admitting that you're not strong enough to handle certain things, I thought was like I don't know, is a
Yeah.
touching movie to me. Number 3, The Prestige.
Yes.
That's like the highest on my like need to watch.
Yeah.
Me too.
mystery
I have
thriller.
Not seen it either.
Yeah.
Huge plot twist. I think it's one of the most underrated, and I mean, it's Sir Christopher Nolan. So
Christopher Nolan, baby, best
it's
director of all time.
good cast in the movie too. I think
David
it's
Fincher's good, but
Yeah.
Nolan.
Yeah.
There's definitely you could make a debate on anybody, but that one's number 3. I like that one.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
Move up to number 2,
Number 2.
Prisoners.
Prisoners.
On the edge of
Prisoners
your-
is really good.
Prisoners.
You're just-
We have not talked about that movie yet.
Yeah, you're on the
Yeah.
edge of the
Um,
seat the whole time.
it's
Jake
so good,
Gyllenhaal
so good.
robbed of
Jake
all of
Gyllenhaal's
his
so
awards,
good,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
He needs
So good.
like just
And
It's like-
something,
Hugh
man.
Jackman is so good in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
too. That movie is cinema. The plot
Yeah.
twist isn't, for me, it wasn't the craziest plot twist ever, but it was good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you could pick up on it, but then it was still just like the fact that that's how everything played
Yeah.
out. And also, there's so many like little details in the movie too. Like you have the main plot twist, but then there's like so many other things that happen in the movie, which
Mhm.
some would argue make the movie like, oh, like we don't need these things in here. They make the movie too long. But I'm like, that's like part of the
I
movie
like-
is
I
that
like the
you
little
like
details,
having all the
yeah.
other pieces in there,
Right.
especially because it's kind of supposed to be a mindfuck movie. Like having
Yeah.
everything else in there, I feel like kind of completed the movie.
Even the one part where like Jake Gyllenhaal, he's the detective in this movie. He goes and finds that random dude that buys children's clothes, and
Yeah,
that ends up
like-
being a complete dead end.
and
but
then
they
he
put
draws
that in the
maze.
movie.
Well, it
Well, he
plays
draws
back
the
into it 'cause
maze.
he
Plays
draws
back
the
into the
and
maze.
then they go back into the lady's house
Yeah.
and they find out that her husband has the maze necklace.
Yeah.
So
But that
Yeah.
is like it's kind of a dead end a little bit, but not really as much. But it's more of like that guy had nothing to do with the taking
Part of,
the kids.
yeah,
Before
And-
we move on, part of it, what's cool about that too, is like what you just said about the dead end. It's like, it's cool that you like dive into the madness with the characters in the movie. Like
yeah.
Right.
you start to go a little crazy with them.
With Hugh,
And then you're
Hugh
like-
Jackman and I were both going
So
crazy.
then,
Raging, man. They were
like,
raging.
you know, like they have him in the abandoned house, and then like what you're saying about the dead end, like you're like, oh well, you know, this has to lead to something because it's like you're like begging for it, like this needs to go
Yeah.
somewhere. No, I just think it's like you feel different after you watch it. It's,
And back
Yeah.
on the thing I said at the beginning of the podcast. This is another movie that it ends happy, but it also ends on a cliffhanger.
yeah,
Because Hugh Jackman ends up having to get into a hole because of the lady that is the one that
Yeah.
took the kids. And you don't know, at the end of the movie, they're trying to find him, and there's a little whistle blown that he finds in the hole, and you don't know if Jake Gyllenhaal finds him or not. And that's another movie up to your interpretation of whether you think
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal finds him or not. That's just, I love endings like that. That's up to your interpretation. You don't exactly know what happens. You can think, oh, maybe he found him, maybe he didn't. You don't know. I love those movies like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's
Which,
hear
if
number one.
Drew has seen the #1 movie on my
the
list,
number one,
he would love it. Number
heavy
one,
hitter.
The Green Mile. It's
Yeah.
Oh
perfection.
my,
It's a
dude! I was
beautiful
just
story.
thinking about
Tom
how I want to
Hanks.
see that movie, bro.
It's one that Drew would love.
Tom Hanks, most underrated actor, one of the most underrated actors, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
it's.
And that is so
I cannot
good,
find
bro.
anything wrong with it. It's really a beautiful movie, beautiful film. And Drew's gonna have to watch it because I think he'll like the ending.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Up for interpretation.
yeah. I
ending
know.
is what
I mean,
I'm
I
hearing.
haven't
Is what
personally,
I'm
I haven't
hearing
seen it, but
here.
I wouldn't-
I pretty much know.
Yeah,
the
I
premise.
wouldn't
Or just
say
like
that
a
it's
ending-
up for interpretation, but I think that you would like the way that it ends. Though.
Yeah.
Fits your
See.
style.
Fits my style.
Fits your style.
My
man.
style. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying my top 10 is definitely a
think
little
that's a
bit
good
different
list.
from these two top 10s. I kind of went more of the side of what I think the best movies I've ever seen, rather than like going the nostalgia factor. But there is a couple ones on here that are nostalgia and just like not really nostalgia, but just more of like I've seen earlier. But I'll get right into my top 10 here. So
Go ahead.
number 10, I could have put this higher, but I didn't because probably more recency bias than anything. But Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
We have
Good
not talked about
film.
this movie at all. This movie is
No.
amazing. Back when segregation was happening, first black and white school in their county, they end up having to play the whole year. They win the whole championship, but it's a great movie, very quotable movie.
Mhm.
Crap, we haven't even talked about him. I forget his name. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking so hard. What's the main coach's name? The actor's name.
Oh,
Denzel
so
Washington?
Yeah.
Denzel Washington. We haven't even talked about him. He's a great actor, and he does very good in this role in this movie. And it's a feel good movie, but also it's sad too.
Yeah.
But they do it all so well. I've seen the movie like probably 20 times,
Yeah.
but every single time I love watching it. It is very, very good. But that
Yeah,
is
I
my
think-
number
no,
10.
Yeah, that's a really good sports movie. Yeah. I mean,
it's my favorite. It's my personal favorite, and I think personally, it's I think is the best. I mean, we can always argue, but very, very good movie in my opinion. If you like football and stuff like that, so. But that was my number 10. So number 9, we've already talked about this movie, so we don't have to hit on it too much. Is Fight Club.
Mhm.
Again, very good movie. Wasn't as high just because I don't know. There's a lot more movies that I liked more than it, but I still think it was very good.
Yep.
And I still think everybody should watch it. It's very good. Um, Going quickly here, my number 8 again movie we just talked about, Prisoners. That had to be in the top 10 there.
Yeah, it's really good.
And Henry and JP almost killed me the night that we watched it because I kind of was pissed at the ending. Or I was I was more pissed at that I knew the plot twist was coming. I thought the plot twist was going to be a little more twisty, and I'm more of a guy that does a lot of research on movies, and I figured out they were like, oh, craziest plot twist of all time, and then like I kind of saw it coming the whole movie, so then I was like, well, this kind of sucked. But as I like read up more up on it and actually like let myself digest the movie, I realized it's actually a lot better than what I thought it was. And
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman are very good in their roles in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, we also have talked about this movie, Interstellar.
Yeah, good movie.
Number 7, Interstellar. Again, just a lot of heavy hitters here. I thought Matthew McConaughey was really good in that movie, and I think it's, again, like we were just saying a little bit, the mindfuck movies, kind of just like every 8 minutes on the one planet they go on is like 6 years back in Earth, and it's like kind of insane. And they come back up, and the one dude that stayed in the spaceship and didn't go to the planet had been like 25 years that he'd stayed in the spaceship. It was insane. So I think it was a very good movie. It's also one of those movies where like it ends good but sad at the same time. Like he comes back and gets to see his daughter, but his daughter's like 40 years older than him, and then he has to go back out and try and save his friend who also went and tried to find another planet that they could live on. But very good movie. Number 6, we have not even hit on this movie yet, which is The Dark Knight.
Oh, I forgot about
amazing film here. That's why I said something about Darth Vader being the best written villain, because the Joker is very, very good, and Heath Ledger is very, very good in this movie.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale. This movie is so good. There wasn't really there's a little plot twist in it, but other than that, like it's just a cinematic movie through and through. I think Joker is maybe the best Batman villain of all time. And Heath Ledger, rest in peace. So good in this movie. But that goes my number 6. So here's my top 5.
All right.
Some movies we've talked about, some movies we haven't, but number 5 is going to go ahead and be Shutter Island.
It's valid take.
Might be a little recency bias here, but Shutter Island was amazing to me. Detective movie that ends up, if you see the plot twist, doesn't really end up being that much of a detective movie. You find out that it's all kind of fake. So great movie. Again, a little bit of a mindfuck, but kind of not really. Leonardo DiCaprio is very good, and I feel like I like the way that it ended. So, number 4, we have not talked about this movie at all. The Usual Suspects.
Ew,
I had that on my honorable mentions, but didn't
That
bring it up.
movie is, to me, was the craziest plot twist I've ever seen. You could I even said, me and my friend I live with, Payne, we watched it together in the summer, and I even called out the guy. I was like, oh, this guy's probably going to end up being the culprit. But then the whole movie takes you away from this guy who's basically, the whole movie is basically the dude telling the story to the cop about what happened with I think
they're like hired to go and steal stuff. Yeah.
Go and steal stuff out of like a ship, and you end up finding out at the end of the movie that he just blatantly lied.
He like makes it all up right there. Yeah,
makes it all up in the room based on like the whiteboard and stuff on his desk. I mean, it was insane. I mean, that movie
and there's kind of like it's like
three.
Well, there's like 2. It's like a double twist though. Is what really makes it cool. Because you think it's the other guy first.
Yeah.
And then he
makes it out to be the other guy.
Yeah, and obviously the main one. But yeah, no.
Dude, that movie was very, very, very good to me.
Yeah, that's really good.
Number 3, Seven.
Yeah.
We haven't talked much about that movie, but we talked about it more in the beginning. But that was a good movie to me. Again, same thing. I kind of was upset at first because I didn't really understand it, because I'm stupid when I watch movies.
Yeah.
But once I figured out what actually was going on, I loved it, and I loved the 7 Deathly Sins, and I loved Morgan Freeman, and Brad Pitt was amazing in that movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, what's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
I mean, you can't.
Can't beat it, man.
Probably might be the best quote in
Quotable.
cinematic history. I'm just kidding, but it's pretty. It's
up
pretty
there.
up
It's
there.
up there.
It's pretty up there. It's pretty dang good. And I forget. He's the same dude, and I don't remember his name. The villain in 7.
Yeah.
And Usual Suspects.
Oh,
I forget
yeah.
his name. He
on
rapes
the tip of my
women now,
tongue.
but he
But yeah, no, he
was one of the
two really good
films
crime.
there
Yeah.
in the I think most of those movies are from the 90s. Usual Suspects is a
Yeah.
little older than 7.
Yeah.
Anyway, top 2. We also have not hit on this movie at all. He said one thing about it, but Iron Man is my number
Oh,
2.
Yeah.
It's a good
Um,
movie. It is.
It's
a good
just
movie.
that was one of the movies that it's not nostalgia factor, but it's more of like I just really liked the movie.
Yeah.
So it overtook some of these like bit heavy hitters like Shutter Island and Interstellar and Prisoners, just because I really liked Tony Stark. There was a plot twist in it too, which was nice, but I don't know. That movie was really, really good to me. And I haven't seen a lot of the Avengers movies, so that could change my top 10 or how I feel about Iron Man, but I really, really liked Iron Man. I was on the edge of my seat like basically the whole time.
Tony Stark built this in a cave
With a box of scraps.
Well, I'm not Tony Stark.
Sorry, sir, I'm not Tony Stark. Well, truth is, I am Iron Man. But
It's just the perfect action movie there.
it is. It just makes you so happy the whole time. And you're just
Yeah.
like, if you're like a little 10-year-old kid, you're watching this, you're just like,
That's the best
Like-
walk away explosion scene in cinema
Yeah.
too.
oh, easy. Well, maybe less Joker blowing up the
well,
hospital.
that one.
is
That
kinda-
one's. Those
pretty
are
good.
probably tied for
Heath
one
Ledger's
and two.
Joker blowing up the hospital was
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
pretty freaking funny.
Mhm.
Not really funny because he just killed a bunch of innocent people, but it's a movie.
It's unscripted though.
Yeah.
The
well,
part-
the
the part with the
part
remote.
is unscripted, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, I could quote Dark Knight too, and I've only seen it like once. So, and then my number 1, we've talked about this movie, Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
watched
good.
this.
It's really good.
I remember
The
we
top,
watched this
man.
actually a little intoxicated last
Mhm.
December, but man, that movie was it is a movie that is really confusing at first, but you don't really understand what's going on at first, but then like it all comes together in the second half of the movie and you kind of understand what they have to do. So basically they go into people's dreams and kind of like make them think something so that they'll do it in the present. So they end up having to go into a dream like 4 different times. So they go into a dream, into a dream, into a dream, into a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Something
just
like
hopping
that.
around.
And then like the end of the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio has to go like way down, like basically gets left in the dream and has to go save one of his guys, and then ends up actually coming back. And at the end, he has this little spin top that he spins to make sure that he's in reality and not in a dream. And it will stop spinning if he is in reality. He's in real life and he's not in a dream. And at the end of the movie, it ends with him spinning it, and you can't see if it stops or not. It kind of like fumbles a little bit, but you don't know if it stops or not. And he ends up being able to see his kids. But it's up for
Yeah.
interpretation on whether
Yeah.
you think he was still in a dream at the end of the movie or if he was in real life. So, again, like I've said this entire podcast, I love movies that are up for interpretation that you kind of like you don't really know what's happening. And Leonardo DiCaprio might be one of my top 3 favorite actors. He does it very, very well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he plays well in that role. But that's my top 10. Again, as you can
Yeah,
see, I'm
it's
not
good.
very like educated on the movie side. Obviously I have a lot of movies I need to watch, but and a couple things we haven't even talked about. Like I think Jake Gyllenhaal does well in so many movies. Like a movie that I probably
Mhm.
could have put on my honorable mentions that I haven't talked about yet is Nightcrawler.
That's
think-
that's one I want to watch.
That
yeah.
movie is very, very good. I think it's the best demonstration of a psycho in a movie.
Yeah.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is just
Donnie Darko. Too.
great.
I was gonna
movie.
say
And
we haven't
Donnie
even
Darko.
brought
I haven't
up
seen
Donnie
Donnie
Darko.
Darko yet, but I know it's really good. The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. We
Mhm.
haven't even
That's
talked
another
much
one
about
that's a
Morgan
heavy hitter.
Freeman. That's really good. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption's like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even going into the Batman series, like The Dark Knight Rises, I feel like it's so like overlooked because of The Dark Knight. But The Dark Knight Rises is almost just as good. Like Bane is a really good villain too.
Yeah.
And even like the whole Christian Bale series, I think Christian Bale does Batman so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my top 10.
No critiques there.
Yeah.
All still good movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think those
I
are-
did good with the heavy hitters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So it's like
those
it's
are all
hard to
heavy hitters.
argue.
So those are all really good.
It's
yeah,
really it's hard to argue my top 10. I put a couple nostalgias in there and a couple like maybe like throwing a wrench in there, putting Iron Man at 2. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think that was great.
Yeah.
yeah. I
unless you
think
guys,
those are all.
If you guys want to go into anything else, we can talk about something
I
else.
just
Or,
I know we're nearing the end of our time here, so I just thought it'd be fun to throw in some absolute goon movies.
yeah, so let's talk,
Yeah, let's talk about Gooner
goons.
movies. Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk about some goons for a little
All
bit.
right.
We got 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
We
the
can talk about
the
some
couple
goons.
that I wrote down, one that I just watched, and actually it's unironically
All right,
one
there's a
of
couple things-
my
all right, here, I'm gonna write down. a
one
couple.
one of my like the funniest movies, Tropic Thunder, is just hilarious, and
Is that,
it is
is that
so
the one where they all
stupid.
get hot? Oh no, this is the end. Tropic
Yeah.
Thunder.
Oh,
is-
I'll bring that up.
It's the military one.
It's
yeah,
the one
yeah.
where they all,
You've
like,
told
I
are
don't
the
read
me.
the script. Script
military.
reads me.
and they're so
What's
they
that
like
dude's name?
uh
The main character. He's in
Ben
Dodgeball
Stiller.
too.
Ben
Which
Stiller.
I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller is he's good in.
He's
like,
funny.
in
But
good
anyway,
movies.
like
You almost
they're
said that.
like trying to make a movie and
Yeah.
they're just the director's not doing very well. So he's like, we're gonna make this real life. So they just drop him off in the middle of the forest in like Vietnam. And
Yeah.
then the director steps on a landmine after telling them to act and just gets blown to oblivion. And they
Blown to
think
pieces.
and they think it's a joke. Ben Stiller goes starts licking this dude's bloody neck where his head's gotten blown off. And then they just keep going and they keep thinking a bunch of this is acting. The one dude just snorts all sorts of powder and makes a movie about farting. It's absolutely fucking booty
great.
sweat.
I have not
like,
even seen it. I've not
dude,
seen it, but
it's
we
such
need to
a
sit down
gooner
and-
movie.
we sat down a couple weeks, or it was like a month and a half ago at this point, when we watched like 2 Gooner movies in a row, which I'm gonna bring up. But
Yeah.
we need to sit down and just have like a
Gosh,
couple
man,
nights
it's
where we
bad.
just watch some Gooner movies. But
Yeah.
anyway,
And then my next one was Blades of Glory. That one's pretty good
Valid.
too. They both basically get kicked out of like the like internet like world championships basically for figure skating.
yeah.
And then they hate each other and then they decide to pair up because they realize they can still go win as a duo. But they are competing in partners. So 2 dudes competing in a men and women.
Oh, I bet that's
Men
funny.
and women duos.
I bet that's
It's a
funny.
pretty goon movie.
Yeah.
Has what's his name? Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
what-
Will
Which
Ferrell's
I mean, he
funny.
has good movies too.
Will Ferrell's
Talladega
funny.
Nights is
Uh,
always
Step Brothers.
just another
Step
one.
Brothers,
The
another good
Catalina
movie.
Wine Mixer, man. That's another good
You
one.
touch put your balls in my drum set.
Push your balls in my drum set. And the last one I put on here, which isn't necessarily goon, but Wallace and Gromit's Feathers McGraw.
Oh yeah.
It's just kind of a funny movie. One dude's just kind of oblivious the whole time, but it makes it pretty funny. Kind of cool. What is it? Stop motion animation sort of movie.
Yeah, a little
It's
claymation
like
action
claymation.
going on.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like a cool movie, and then like they show you the background of how they made it too and whatever. But
That's cool.
those were the 3
Those,
that
I like those.
wrote down just because I figured we could throw some goon in.
Yeah, and so I'll hit on a couple that I wrote down that we can talk about because we've all seen them because we watched them together. Number 1, movie 43.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That is the gooner of gooner
I want you
movies.
to I want you
that
to
is-
poop on my chest.
That was probably my most waste of an hour and a half of my time.
It's like not
ever.
even it's
It's
not,
not really a
even a
movie.
movie. It's like you're watching
Just
they just
seeing
pulled
it.
in
You're watching
famous actors
TikTok
to do
for an
sketches.
hour and a half.
You're watching an hour and a half of a YouTube video basically.
Yeah.
with like
It's
with
not real.
a
Bro.
lot of famous actors in it too. Like
Yeah, it's
Hugh
crazy that
Jackman
they-
and his
that-
balls neck, bro.
Did it get cold in here? Ah!
I mean, that is so funny. What do you do with like what do you do with those things? And like the Batman and Robin scene,
Oh my
That's
gosh,
just-
speed dating or whatever.
that
it
one
was.
is funny. And
Oh my
freaking-
god.
oh my gosh, the main dude in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's the one that poops on his
Chris
wife's-
Pratt,
Chris
yeah.
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt has to poop on his wife's chest.
I never
like,
shit on you. I love you.
that movie was so
fucking
it was
that
so
car.
dumb through and
Bro,
through.
it didn't
and-
help that the last little bit they do is the one where the chick is like fighting the rabbit or whatever, the bunny or whatever.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that
it's
was
like-
the weirdest
and it's
one.
like because the movie's like surely the movie's done and it keeps going on and going on and going on and then you get to this. It's like I
And
thought
it
I was.
like
It's like
after
I
out of
actually
body.
thought I took acid and was like, "What's going?" Like I
It was
actually
like
didn't
an
know what was going
after-credit
on.
scene. It was so
Yeah,
dumb.
it's still going. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
we that was such a waste. I will never watch that movie ever again. It's the stupidest movie I've
It
ever
was so
seen.
stupid.
It was
Yeah.
actually bad, and they were like, Garrett Lucius, very funny guy, tried to say something like, "Oh, it's so bad, it's good." No.
well,
That
that's
movie
kind of
was-
true. It was funny.
I
but
wouldn't say it was a
wasn't
good.
It's not
I would never
good.
say it was a good. It was so bad it was funny, but it was
Yeah.
also just
It was
not a good movie.
Stupid movie.
anyway. Next movie we all watched together too. We
They hate us
we
because
walked in
they hate
about
us?
halfway. We
Oh.
walked in about halfway. You know what I'm about to say. We walked in
Oh,
about
yeah.
halfway. We watched the end. It was pretty goonery, but it was also.
Oh
kinda
yeah,
good.
right.
Pluto Nash.
The Adventures of
The
Pluto
Adventures of
Nash.
Pluto
They
Nash.
get-
Had to
that's
go
the
get his
biggest
bar
plot twist
back.
I've ever seen.
Plot
Yeah.
twist, very good plot twist in it, but
are
also
me.
very, very goonery.
It
You
was
see, the problem
so
is it was
dumb.
limited by its time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was
No,
that.
I'm
that
messing.
was that was what I would put in the Garrett Lucius.
So
tier
bad
here
it's
of
good.
So bad it's good.
I think it
Yeah.
had like 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, or it was like 6 or something.
It was
really
really,
bad.
really
Movie
bad.
43 was like 4. It was
Yeah.
so bad. But that movie, goonery, and like it's just a movie you throw on if you're like doing other things like homework or something, just to throw something on.
Mhm.
But next movie, this is goonery, but it's also funny. Dodgeball.
Yeah, if you
Uh,
can
That's
dodge
a
a wrench,
good
you can
film,
dodge a
yeah.
ball.
We quote this movie all the time.
We actually almost put that on in the room today.
Yeah.
It
up
was
at
on.
lunch.
It was on like TV. We were like flipping through channels before Kennedy bitched at us, and we were like about to turn it on, and then Brady's like, "No, it's PG-13. You can't turn
We
that
can't
on
do
the
it. We
TV
can't
in
do
the
it that
camera."
with the
PG-13,
18-year-olds.
bro. Everybody in college is 18 and over.
I know.
Anyway, we're not gonna get into that.
Anyway.
Anyway, Dodgeball, stupidest movie.
You
so
think I-
dumb,
The
but also
Cobras.
good,
You think I
bro.
drink my own piss because I like it?
No,
because I want
it's
to.
feral and I like the taste.
I love the smell of queef in the morning.
Freaking Blade,
Yeah.
Blazer. I mean, the Cobras, the purple Cobras, they were stacked.
Yeah.
It was plot armor why they lost there. Great movie though. I mean, yeah. Very quotable movie, but just goonery at its finest there.
Mhm.
And then the last one I'm gonna put on here, I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie. That might be my second favorite Jim Carrey movie, just because it's so hilarious, and I could quote like the whole movie, bro. Like it is so funny, bro. Jim Carrey does that thing so well. And the second one was a little bit more goonery and less of a plot. Like the first one was actually pretty good, but and it was a little bit of a plot twist.
Yeah.
He ends up kissing a dude, but he doesn't know.
It's like going to Thailand.
He goes to like
man.
the kicker's house, and he's like, I'm looking for the kicker and a new pair of pants because he freaking puts the shotgun out of the door right into his face. Great gooner movie though. To wrap it up, unless you have any.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know JP has at least one.
Right off your dome there that you would like to.
Let's
throw
see.
out
This
and
is
we
the
can-
end. Is complete gooner.
Yeah,
and
yep.
it's funny because they all just play themselves. Like because all those guys are like friends in real life. Like James Franco and Jonah Hill and all those
James
guys.
Franco and Jonah Hill are so funny.
Yeah,
Jonah Hill and Wolf of Wall Street was funny too.
yeah. So they all just, and it's like they just get a bunch of like actors and celebrities and stuff to come in, and it's just like the end of the world. And it's just so funny, and it's I mean it's gooner through and through.
Yeah. You know which one I'm thinking of. You said it earlier. You mentioned it. We all watched it together too. I don't want to tell it to you because you already said it.
Well,
They
the
hate
interview.
us because
Yeah, the interview is.
Oh, the interview. I was
the
gonna
same
say that.
thing. It's
We were a
it's-
little intoxicated for that one, but it was
that's
hilarious.
that's on the
Same
same
That's
thing
James
as
Franco too,
yeah
and not Jonah Hill, the other dude. I forget his name.
yeah
The other fat guy. Well, he's like kind of fat.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. That's Gooner. Old School is, if you've seen that, is
I haven't
Gooner.
seen it,
They
but I know.
it's Will Ferrell and a couple other guys, and the one like all their wives hate them, and the one like his like gets broken up with or like divorced or whatever. So he's like broke, so he buys a like house like on a college campus, and like they turn it into a frat as like a bunch of 40-year-olds. So they start their own, and then someone is. Oh, it's like the dean or something is like their friend from high school who they like bullied, and he like
Yeah.
hates them still, and he's like, well, if you're gonna be on campus, you have to have a fraternity. So they make this frat with a bunch of random dudes and like this 90-year-old, and then and it's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's Gooner, and Spaceballs.
Oh my
Spaceballs
God.
is incredible. I love Spaceballs. Yeah, it's just pure goonage. That's pure goonage.
Very last movie that I wanted to touch on because for some reason it just came into my mind. Rush Hour.
Yeah, Rush
Pretty
Hour's good.
movie. I just
Oh,
chill.
Rush Hour series is amazing, and we all watched
Yeah,
those together.
We watched those together. Those were kind of
Those were
quintessential,
so
or
funny,
essential.
bro. Jackie Chan, perfect in that movie.
Nothing. It's racist.
Well, that's the whole point of the movie, that they were racist the whole time. They're both racist.
You speak English?
I've been looking for your sweet and sour ass.
Hey, Bobby, look at me. I'm American.
That's not in the movie.
That's just funny.
Completely unscripted.
But other movie I'd like to hit on that we all watched together, Billy Madison.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
movie
it was
is
funny.
hilarious.
It was
Oh,
good.
That's
liar.
Assault Brother.
Viral.
You double
You
dare
double
me.
dare me?
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar. Also,
Stop
very good
breaking the
movie.
law, asshole. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Adam Sandler and
And Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
I mean,
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like Jim Carrey has, you have like Eternal Sunshine and like Truman Show. He has like he has these.
Wide
he has these-
plethora.
well, the
Truman
Truman
Show
Show's kind of a
spectrum.
He has
comedy.
these straight goonage,
Yeah,
but
but
then
it's,
like
like,
he has
real,
these
too.
movies of like actual depth, and it's
yeah.
like,
And I
it's
think
weird.
like even we haven't even hit on Christmas movies a little bit is like The Grinch.
Yeah,
He does The Grinch so good. I mean,
yeah, I mean that could have been anyone but him.
yeah, that's true.
no, he
Especially
did
the
that.
face
He
and
did that
everything,
role
too.
Yeah.
perfectly. I mean, is
Yeah.
your refrigerator running?
You better go catch
Better go catch it.
But
Self
that and then
loathing.
like even hitting on a little bit our Christmas vacation or sorry, I just said it.
Entirely.
on
Yeah, Christmas
movies,
Vacation.
like Christmas Vacation, very, very good. Polar Express, I think, is really, but it's this nostalgia factor.
I feel like
I mean, they all have nostalgia factor. But
Elf and Home Alone are like
Oh, Elf! I
really
forgot Elf
good.
and Home
I
Alone.
like
Elf
those
is
two.
good. Have
Those
you
are
seen
like
Elf?
classic ones
Yeah.
you have to watch.
I
feel
hope
like.
so. Everybody,
Yeah, I've seen it.
Everyone's seen Elf.
I
I
think
mean, it's not my favorite, but it's chill.
I think Elf is good. Yeah, it's not my favorite either. I think it's a little overrated,
Mm-hmm.
but
I mean, it's
it's
good,
good.
for a Gooner Christmas film.
yeah. But just wrapping it up, I think that was a great top 10 for all three of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of movies that we all still need to watch too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
always
What
gonna
I
be a movie to
watch.
watch. There's always
We
gonna be
are
something
going
to
to be
watch.
watching a lot of movies down the stretch here. But yeah, just to wrap it up, thanks again for watching the episode 3 of Sheboygan Talks. Next episode will definitely be our reaction on the college football playoff because that was insane. I don't even want to get
Stupid.
into it. It was insane. But again, always remember, don't forget to watch sports and movies.
And fuels is